and gentlemen, welcome to Pocono Live here on True Sim Productions. It is Chris, and this week we do have Tanner Marr. Thank you very much. Tanner, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. Had a great break last week. Audio issues are behind us. We are here. Got tonight, Chris, and then we are championship racing in 2 weeks. So tonight we're going to find out who the championship 4 are. I'm excited, brother.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, bud. And let's go ahead and bring up the points because, well, as you already alluded, look, it's tight. We know it's tight, and let's do it. All right, up top, Chris Carroll. He is leading the way. TBB, Taylor Butcher Benjamin in second spot right now. Cody Heinzman has dropped a couple down to third spot. And Dalton Kilroe still running in that fourth spot. Remember, Dalton Kilroe yet to win a race here this season. Finishing out the top 8, we've got Dustin Ping, who happens to be the quickest guy on track during happy hour here. Along with John Perkins, Rick Thompson, and Austin Edstrom. Those 8 vying for the top 4 after tonight's race. 2 weeks from tonight, we settle it all right here live on True Sim Productions. Oh, that's the wrong graphic. That's what I was just told. Any changes to that?
It is, but I have had it all typed out, so I'll just tell you right here. It's tight. I mean, it's tight. Chris Carroll is the points leader coming into tonight. Cody Heinzman second. TDB's third. Kilroe's fourth. So those drivers are right now, they're inside the top 4. And then the bottom 4, you got Austin Edstrom. He's currently 9 points behind the cutoff line. 6th place, John Perkins. He's 19 points below the cutoff line. Dustin Ping, 21 points behind the cutoff line. And Rick Thompson, 34 points below the cutoff line. And now, folks, I know 34 points, 21 points, 19 points. That seems and sounds like a lot of points. But please keep in mind, there's 20 points up for grabs in these stages. You win both stages, right there, you're 20 points richer. So 34 points, Rick Thompson, he is not mathematically out of this. He can most definitely point himself up into the championship 4. So it is tight.
Yeah, but he's going to have a lot of work to do that tonight here, Tanner. These guys have really been bringing their A game. It's kind of like we're at the end of the season or something. What about tonight's race, though? Let's talk about it. It's going to be 84 laps around this 2.5-mile, 3-turn track known as Pocono. Stage 1 going to end at the end of lap number 15, and stage 2 ends at the end of lap 38. Then it's all balls out to lap 84, where we crown ourselves a race winner. And more importantly, Tanner, I think we're going to know who our top 4 are going into 2 weeks from tonight.
Absolutely. And one thing about Blazing Pedals that I love, I know you like it and a lot of the drivers like it. As it stands currently, we don't have any idea what the championship race is going to be, what track it's going to be at. The way that is determined, well, the non-championship 4 drivers, they get to vote. And if the vote comes out to a tie, well, guess what? Then me and Mr. Chris Legoo get to break that tie. So we will know by next week what the track is. We're putting the census out tonight for the drivers to vote. But as it stands currently, we don't even know where the championship race is going to be at. And I love that. I love the aspect of that.
I'm just saying right now, I'm voting for Bristol.
Hey, I'm with you.
I want it small. I want it to be a fight. Let's rock and roll. Bristol or Martinsville, baby. Let's do it.
Ooh, Martinsville, 33 cautions earlier.
I know. Oh, man. Hey, Chris Carroll right now scored 8th quickest. We got about 3 minutes left here of practice, or happy hour, however you want to call it. TBB, 2nd quickest. And Dustin Ping on top of the mountain right now.
Dustin Ping's been on fire since Sonoma. So speaking of Chris Carroll sitting 8th, I just went back and looked at last season's stats. And now, bear in mind, we was an Xfinity car, right? So different car, but I still feel like talent is talent no matter the car. And with that said, Chris Carroll was last season's winner. He led the most laps with 56 laps led. Stephen T. Johnson ended up finishing 2nd. Ty Morosco, Mr. No Practice, brought home 3rd. TBB 4th, and Mark Arthur 5th. So I look for at least 2 of those guys to be up near the front. TBB's been really strong all season. He's looking for a berth into the championship 4. I'm telling you, he has all the makings for it. 4th place last season, looking strong here tonight. I'm going to have to air mark the 10 car to make the championship 4, I do believe.
Well, he was one of my 2 kind of off the wall picks, so I hope so. I need Rick Thompson to really step up. Boy, he has let me down bad the last couple of weeks. I'm gonna have to say I may not be a believer anymore.
Hey, if he's watching and listening, we know that lights a fire under the hind end of the 76. Currently, right now, sorry, I called you Rick. Currently, right now, Chris, Rick is sitting 11th fastest in happy hour.
Yeah,
that's not going to cut it. He can't afford 11th.
No, you and I are thinking the same thing. You're like, geez. Hey, he tried, Tanner, I know you had the week off from the call, but I know you watched it. He tried a very odd strategy last week, and it put him behind the 8 ball all night long. Just never worked out for him. He can't afford to do that again tonight.
I agree. I applaud him for trying to do something off strategy, off sequence, but like you said, that's a risk, right? And it bit him last week. He can't afford it tonight.
It probably would have worked out just fine had there been some extra cautions. There just wasn't any to be found. Also, big shout out to Aaron Bach over joining us on the racetrack here tonight, the TNA driver. I think this is only his 2nd appearance this season. This is the first time during a live broadcast that I've been able to call one of my teammates' names. Aaron Bach-over in the 44 Bud KFC Valvoline. I don't know how many more sponsors you can put on a car, but man, Bach-over's getting them covered.
He does. He has main sponsors everywhere on that car, and I'm excited to see the 44 back. Love me some Aaron Bacher around the track. He's always bringing some excitement behind him, so I'm excited to see the 44 put the PC issues behind him and out here on the track.
Yeah, amen. And Cody Heinzman out there in chat. RT76, I hope you're listening, because Cody Heinzman throwing down the gauntlet saying ain't no fire left in the RT76.
So the ketchup man, or Sex Panther, as he's been coined on Race Chatter, throwing a little bit of shots. Yeah, a little shade over to RT76. So Rick, if you're listening to this, we didn't say it. It wasn't us. We just delivered the message.
There you go. And just like that, happy hour is done here at Pocono. We're getting ready to go qualifying. Let's see who will be the first driver on this big track. All 3 corners different here. Different banking, different apexes. Nothing is the same from corner to corner here at Pocono.
I've heard from drivers this week, and I didn't really see it in a happy hour right there, but I've heard this is going to race similar to a plate track. So I'm interested to see if that actually comes to be true here, as it looks like Cody Heinzman is going to be the first taker out onto the tricky triangle.
Yeah, you called it. The 51 out on track before anybody else. There are a few other drivers out there looking to try and get it done early. Cody Heinzman just has to maintain this week, really. Can't afford to have a bad week.
After what we witnessed in real life NASCAR, right, with the points playoff, we know that's a buzzword right now, the system, right? The system. Well, I mean, Cody Hines and Chris Carroll, they have been the 2 favorites all season long, but guess what? They cannot afford a bad night. They just need to have a decent night. They don't need to hit a home run. Just hit a single, right? Just hit a little single, baseball terms, and they should be okay, but they cannot afford a bad night. So let's see what the 51 does here in qualifying to start out his night, as he's already crossed the line to start lap number 1.
Yeah, was not one of the quicker guys here during practice, but I believe the track has changed a little bit, and maybe to the benefit of the 51. We're going to find out as he heads in to turn number 2.
That's a tricky corner right there. They call it the tricky triangle. Turn 2, you got to be hauling the mail. You got to be quick through there to set yourself up for the straightaway going into turn 3. This is just a weird track. It's I'm going to say the most unique track, barring a road course, we visit all season long.
Yeah, it's important to keep in mind where you are on track here more than any other track, because they do run these corners so different from each other. 52.89 the first lap for Cody Heinzman, 5.322 for Austin Edstrom, 5.411 for Amanda Sherman.
Qualifying times are slower than what we were seeing during happy hour, but I would say that's probably on par because these guys are doing single car runs now. No draft, none of that. It's all what you can do in the 3 corners here at Pocono. But he looks smooth here just from the eye test. He looks pretty quick. Oh, a slight bobble out of turn 2, though.
So far, the quickest driver on track, as we've got about 6 drivers that have laid down lap number 1. Chris Carroll, 5th quickest with a 5.344. So the only driver in the 52 bracket right now is Cody Heinzman. Lap number 2 for Heinzman, just a little bit quicker, a 5.282 for Heinzman. We switch over. Ooh, Austin Edson edges him out, a 52.80, but we have swapped over to Taylor Butcher Benjamin. The Butcher setting up for turn number 3. Look how long these corners are. Look how wide this track is. My goodness.
It's hard to run out of real estate here. I mean, it's hard to run out of real estate. There's plenty of room everywhere. And you know something I love about Pocono, especially turn 1, you got multiple lines. You don't have to run down there to the yellow line. Yeah, they'll be doing it during qualifying, but when they're around other guys, other cars out here, that yellow line will not always be the preferred dominant line.
Onto Lagunas right now, 5th quickest. We're on board with Dalton Kilroe. Kilroe ran a 5.316 his first lap, looking to improve upon that. So far, top 4 drivers in the 52 mark. Rick Thompson, 5th quickest with a 53.05 on his second lap.
Keeping tabs here on the 41 to see what he can do for the second lap. Much like Cody Heinzman I mentioned earlier, the eye test, he looks smooth, looks quick. Coming out turn 3 at the line here. What's it going to be for the 41? It's going to be P3 quickest with a 52.832.
Very good jump out of the 41 car. We're on board with the Soul Stealer, Brian Deves, the 17 out of the MFRD camp, and he is 7th quickest. Stephen T. Johnson, last year's 2nd place finisher, hits the wall here on lap number 2. So right now his 11th place is going to stand up. Philip Van Vliet, 12th quickest. Fred Thompson getting ready to finish his lap number 2. His first lap, a 54.90. Fred Thompson, the elder statesman here for Blazing Pedals.
As we have 2 bubble drivers taken to the track right now, starting their qualifying effort. It's the 33 of Perkins and the 81 of Dustin Ping. So we'll try to keep tabs on both them drivers, as they are both currently outside looking in regards to the championship four.
I'm throwing it on Dustin Ping, quickest driver here during happy hour. The 81 had some serious speed. Let's see what he's got here for qualifying.
It's almost like DP 2.0. He's found a different gear. When we saw it at Sonoma, we saw the 81. We were asking, where in the world did speed come from? And it wasn't a fluke. It stayed. He has ran just head and shoulders way better than what he did in the first of the season. He has been a true contender week in and week out. See what 81 does here.
Out of turn 3, down the front stretch, and getting ready to cross the line for the first time. And Ping, 14th quickest, 5.332, 53.32 for what was the fastest guy during happy hour. Let's see what lap number 2 will do for him. Meanwhile, John Perkins ran a 53.10 for Perkins in the 33. Still running that throwback scheme from last week.
And see, I'm watching the 81. He drove off into turn 2 a lot harder, a lot deeper than what he showed us the first lap around.
Yeah, I think he understands that the 32 is just not going to cut it. He needs to be in that 52 bracket. Oh, John Perkins. Wow. And Ping. So both of them go to the 5.2 bracket, but Perkins with a 5.282 and Ping with a 5.294. That's 3rd and 6th, respectively. And Brian Zimmerman with a 52.99, good enough for 9th quickest. Mark Arthur getting ready to start his first lap.
Shout out to 33 of John Perkins.
Yeah, the Iron Man. Man, he is looking good.
Jumped up to P3. You think he knows he's outside looking in? If the pressure's there, it don't look like it's bothering him too much. Because jumped up to P3 to see what Arthur does here in the Barbie Mobile.
I gotta say, I think it's the new nickname. It's giving him all kinds of credit, and he likes it. I think he's trying to hold on. John Perkins, man, great dude.
The Iron Man. Mark Arthur doing a little bit different strategy on his first lap. Maybe just trying to get some heat in the tires, or trying something different. Run the high line 1 or 2.
Well, I'll tell you, during happy hour, he was running a higher line than a lot of drivers were doing. Of course, as I say that, he drops down to the L line, but I think you kind of have to for that turn, so.
Want to give a update on Aaron Bockover. He has left and joined the server a total of 7 times since we last spoke about him, so maybe the PC issues are still there. Hopefully they still allow the 44 to race, as Mark's first lap around the circuit's only going to be 17 quickest with a 53.69 for the 12. But we've seen the second lap be the money lap. He's going to drive it down to the yellow line this time. He learned from the mistake. He's going to go back to the old tried and true method of riding that bottom. See what the 12 car does.
I don't know if it was a mistake or, like you said, Tanner, maybe just trying to get a little heat in those tires, get the air pressures up to where they belong, so that 12 car can eat. We're going to find out, though, as turn 2 looks pretty good.
Folks, while we were waiting for him to come around the long sweeping corner known as turn 3 at Pocono, hit the like button if you haven't already. Helps us out a ton. We've had a season full of excitement, and see those likes grow, to see the subscriber count grow, it makes it all that much sweeter. As Mark Arden at 12 jumps up to 5th quickest with a 52.84.
Yeah, that was a great second lap for him and Kyle Wellman out there.
Oh, the Wild Man, huh?
The Wild Man is going to be racing tonight. Well, we don't know which one is going to be racing tonight.
I was going to say, is it the Wild Man or is it the Wild Man? We'll know by, I'm going to say by lap 3. We'll know which Wellman has shown.
Yeah, we sure could. Right now, he's 14th quickest, but I think had a problem on lap number 2. So he is not going to finish his qualifying effort.
We only got 3 seconds left to qualify, and it's going to be what it's going to be, as time has now ran out for the drivers that have not elected to take a lap.
Just like that, we are getting ready to grid them up, man. This is too good. All right, here we go. Starting on the pole, the driver of the number 87 out of MFRD, it's going to be Austin Edstrom. To his outside, the driver of the number 51 out of TNA Motorsports, it's Cody Heinzman. Starting in the 3rd spot, the 33 out of Speed Mafia, it's the Iron Man, John Perkins. Starting to his outside out of MFRD, it's going to be the 41, Captain Sayfield, Dalton Kilroe. Starting in the 5th spot tonight, driving the number 12, it's going to be Mark Arthur. And to his outside, the 27, Hunter Lagunas. Inside row number 4, it's going to be the 81 from Ping Precision Racing, it's Dustin Ping. And to his outside, the Pit Lizard Performance, number 99 of Chris Carroll. Starting inside row number 5, it's going to be the driver from MFRD known as the Butcher. It's Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Starting outside row number 5 out of USA Firearms, the 28 driven by Brian Zimmerman. Starting in 11th tonight out of MFRD Racing, it is going to be the 17, the Soul Stealer, Brian Dees. To his outside, it's going to be the 3 car out of TNA Motorsports, Corey Sherman. And starting in 13th spot tonight out of the Speed Mafia camp, it's RT76, Rick Thompson. To his outside, it's going to be the 5 Kings Motorsports number 42 of Kyle Wellman. In 15th spot tonight at a Pit Lizard Performance, it's going to be the 4 of Larry Bell. Johnson Flight Service number 2, driven by Stephen T. Johnson, going to be starting 16th spot. In 17th tonight, the 89 from TNA Motorsports, it's going to be Philip, the Lone Dutchman, Van Vliet. To his outside, his teammate, driving the number 8, it is going to be Amanda Sherman. In 19th spot tonight, the 46 out of Speed Mafia, the other statesman, Fred Thompson. Aaron Bockover is going to pick up a 20th starting spot. Chad Wilson out of TNA going to be starting 21st. Eric Blunt in his 16 going to be starting in 22nd spot. And Mike Massengill didn't qualify, so he will be picking up shotgun on the field as we get ready to go green flag racing for the first time here tonight.
As we mentioned, a lot of real estate on this track. Drivers have a lot of room to operate. But it looks fairly tame, but they're still 2x2, almost 3 wide for second. Looks like they thought better of it, backed out a little bit.
Hodgson Edstrom leads them out of turn 1 all the way down this long straightaway down to turn number 2. Cody Heinzman has second, Dalton Kilroy in third. Look out, because the Iron Man is peeking down below, and here comes Hunter Lagunas up high.
As we saw fuel saving last week, throw that out the window. Only 15 laps for the first stage. These drivers, guys and ladies, are getting after it out here. And you can tell already with the Ironman trying to look low, not able to make the pass. I'm looking on back a little bit further. Brian Zimmerman jumping to the outside of the 12 of Mark Arthur. That's a battle for P6, I believe, or 7, if SDK is telling me the truth.
On board with Simeon right now. He's on the top side of the track. Gets into the marbles just a little bit. Goes, oh man, just scrapes the wall.
You see the momentum and time it costed him. And now look, 3 wide there. Ping looking to the inside. Mr. Excitement's going to make it exciting early as they go off into turn 2. Mark Arthur has to back out of it. 28 Zimmerman way up high. Top shelf racing around Pocono once again. As, man, Dustin Ping shot out of a cannon. He's already got away from you guys.
And Zimmy is having some handling difficulties on the top side of this track. That car very loose, looking to come around, but he has got it under control now, looking to try and work his way forward once again. Most of the field has gone single file. I expect that here at Pocono.
There's a little bit of an on-track incident between Brian Dees and Kyle Wellman. They keep it straight going forward, but it was a close one for the Soul Stealer. Yeah, up front, Austin Edstrom, 87. Stretching the lead out a little bit. We've saw him capture so many pole awards. He's known to be fast on the short run, and he has proven that right now. Already has almost a half a second lead over Cody Heinzman, but it is still early.
The 87 with a nice lead so far, as you said, quicker on those on short runs. But some of these guys, while they are not saving fuel, are definitely looking to save a little bit of tire. Got a shout out to Lori out there saying hi. Lori, I hope you're doing well.
Hi, Miss Lori. Hi, Miss Connie.
Austin Edstrom continues to lead the way over Heinzman and Kilroy. Kilroy sitting in the 3rd spot. Remember, one of those drivers that we had kind of pinned to win a couple of races so far has none. Will Pocono be the first track? He's looking on the inside of Heinzman. Heinzman got a little bit of loose. That could give Kilroy the advantage, but it does. Oh, yes, it does. Dalton Kilroy found a way around Cody Heinzman. Heinzman back to 3rd.
And I think Dalton sees the 87 of Edstrom stretching the lead out a little bit. I think Kilroy knew it was time to go. Elbows out right there as he made a pass over Heinzman.
Drafting is definitely a thing here at Pocono. Something to be aware of. So too, though, is that dirty air that we've talked about, I think, just about every race
week.
this season.
Yep. It's a benefit on the straightaways. It's a detriment in these corners. And I want to send a shout out to the 87 of Edstrom. A few weeks ago, he missed a race in the playoffs. There was a lot of us, myself included, we counted him out. We said, oh, he's not even making it to the round of 8. Well, he did. He won last week, so he's helped himself out in the points, but just obviously has the momentum right now for the 87. If momentum's real in racing, then that's what the 87 is doing right now, because coming off the win last week, a dominating win, mind you, and then leading tonight after capturing the pole, the 87 looks to be set on kill.
Well, don't look too close, because teammate, the 41, Dalton Kilroe, has shaved about half of that gap away, as Kilroe now just about 0.3 of a second behind his teammate Austin Edstrom. Dalton Kilroe has the best point spot of anybody who hasn't won a race, and now it might be time.
He's been Mr. Consistency all season long, right there in the mix, in the top 5, running top 3. He's led a ton of laps, but the luck, it has always seemed to go against him late in these races.
Steven Johnson hard in the wall. He pulls it down pit road. Johnson in the 2 car, having troubles here early on at Pocono.
I think Brian D's had some trouble as well. Just heard him say sorry over the radio. Not sure what happened between the 17 and the 2.
D's nobody around him right now, and that is trouble for the 17.
I was going to say that normally spells there was trouble, and the lick we saw out of Johnson, the smoke, I think we know why.
Dustin Ping is working his way up now, Tanner. He's up to the 6th spot, right behind Chris Carroll. He just got around John Perkins.
As Perkins, though, I thought he was going to look back to the inside going out in turn 1. Did not have the speed to get underneath the 81. As Ping was a driver I picked to make the championship for today on Race Chatter. I was the only one that did, and I did that before I knew the points situation. And now remember, I said Dustin Ping, he's currently sitting 7th in the points. He's 21 points below the cutoff line. Well, who's the cutoff driver? Well, it's 2nd place Dalton Kilroe. So he's going to have to make up some points. He needs to finish good in these stages, and that's exactly what the 81 is trying to do here.
So Austin Edstrom continues to lead the way. I can't believe you guys let me get away with this long without having the ticker on. Wow.
You know what? I've been watching the broadcast and didn't notice it myself. Didn't pay no attention. I was just watching the race, enjoying it. That's partially on me. I could have told you. Wasn't thinking.
That's all right. Edstrom, Kilroe, and Cody Heinzman, your top 3. Hunter Lagunas hanging strong there right behind Heinzman with his teammate, the 99 of Chris Carroll. Dustin Ping trying to close that gap between himself and Carroll, though.
Something just came across the race control program. Incident on lap 6 involving car number 42, Kyle Wellman. I only state that and say that because I guess the wild man is the one that is out here. But he still looks fine. Car looks fine, so I don't know what incident may have happened.
I'm not familiar with the program enough to know. Would it do like a 1X into the wall or something?
This is something that Tom put through our race control, admin, race control. So I'm really not sure.
Mark Arthur qualified 5th right now, running in the 8th spot. He's got Taylor Butcher Benjamin right behind him, holding suit. His TBB started 9th. He's currently driving in 9th. I believe that was Larry Bell. We just saw kind of pop into the wall a little bit.
While that was going down, Cody Heinzman allowed the 27 and the 99 to pass on the outside lane. As a little bit of chatter, Chris asked if he's all right, and Heinzman said, oh, all good. So it may have been something by design by the 51. We saw him play a little bit of strategy earlier in these races. Every race, it seems like, since he's been here, he'll fall back a little bit. He don't care to lose a little bit of track position early if it means saving tires for the 51. And I think we might be seeing that now, but there's only 4 laps to go in the stage.
The big weave trying to break any draft from behind you happening here on the front stretch, and it's gone now as they enter and finish through turn 2. And Ping and John Perkins both gathered up the wall just a little bit on the right sides.
You're a smart man, so I'm going to ask you, does that work? In my mind, it seems like swerving on the straightaway is going to slow your momentum down and slow your miles per hour down. Does it work, really?
Yes, it does work in theory, but when you're this close, all it takes is the guy to move down with you. You know, you're
right.
Not really breaking anything.
If anything, in my mind, it seems like you're breaking your own momentum. It's now a 51. Oh, I thought he was going to look underneath under the junker, but he decides better of it as Kilroe's right there to the back bumper of our race leader, Austin Edstrom. Well, he was for just a second.
Yeah, I think he might be a little bit quicker than Edstrom right now, but probably that dirty air is slowing his process down as the 51. Cody Heinzman now does look to the inside. Heinzman looking to try and get back to the 4th spot.
Well, that's happening. I got to peek back in the field a little bit. Brian Zimmerman, the 28. We mentioned him having a little bit of handling issues. He pancaked the wall off 1 and does it again off turn 2. The 28 USAFirearms.com machine is struggling right now here around Pocono.
I haven't driven this car, Tanner, but usually that's a tight condition. He may not be entering the corner hard enough. Maybe trying to let it float.
Right, to kind of force the rotation out of the car. And I've also noticed he's running a little bit higher. He's not running down low, so he's not giving himself a whole lot of room for air, really.
Yeah, he is running those corners. Ugh.
That first and second hit on the wall, both licks looked pretty hard. I thought maybe you might start seeing some suspension damage on that 28. Easy for me to say. But he looks to be okay, but still electing to run the high line. Oh, let's go back up front. Chris Carroll's got around the 41 of Dalton Kilroe. And a slight bobble by the 99.
Oh, my. Lost all kinds of momentum right where you really can't afford it. That long front stretch. He loses 2 positions. And the 51 looks to maybe try. He backs out.
I think he saw that Carroll was probably going to defend that position harder than he did the other 2. He couldn't defend the other 2. He was so far out of position momentum-wise that those 2 just basically blew his doors off. But I thought the 51 was going to do the same. Now the 81 had to check up just a little bit. That allowed the 81 by. As these guys are racing really hard, you would think it's about to be a stage end or something.
Yeah, you would think, and it is at the end of lap 15. So about a lap and a half from now, these guys are going to be under caution. They are starting to push pretty hard.
Oh yeah, I thought it was lap 14. That's my bad. Yeah, we got a whole other lap of this. These boys better settle it down.
Cody Heinzman going to try and get one back from Ping. So that's +1. Oh, Ping on the outside. Man, powers through it. It's Dustin Ping. Keeps it in the gas. Wow. Hunter Lagunas going backwards, though. Finds a little bit of a gap between Ping.
So we actually missed it. Yeah. Lagunas, he actually hit the 41 down into turn 1. And I think that's what we're seeing here. I think he's lost a lot of momentum, a lot of time, but the 41 had a hell of a save out of Kilroe.
Oh, Lagunas trying to cut down underneath the 81 of Ping.
That's going to be the stage right there. Austin Edstrom, remember, he came in 9 points below the cutoff line. But now that was 9 points below who? Dalton Kilroe. Where Dalton finished? Second.
Yeah.
So Dalton basically just negated that stage win because he got 9 points, whereas Edstrom got 10 points. So right now, mathematically, he is 8 points behind the cutoff line. But I can't do that all race because I'll end up forgetting. But for right now, he's 8 points below the cutoff line.
Top 10 at the caution: Austin Edstrom, Dalton Kilroe, Chris Carroll, Dustin Ping, Hunter Lagunas, John Perkins, Cody Heinzman, Mark Arthur, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, and Brian Zimmerman. Those are your top 10. Rick Thompson just outside, missing out on any kind of bonus points again. Just can't keep going like this if you're RT76.
Folks, while we have a break in the action, remember, Championship 4. We will know it when? On After the Flag. 5 minutes after tonight's race is finished. Check us out here on True Sim Productions for After the Flag.
And since we have all the audio problems fixed, we're actually going to do it.
Yep, I'm excited. Got 2 more shows left to do, counting tonight. And then, well, we get a little break.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, pit road. It's going to be hot and heavy here for fuel, we know. But what do you do when it comes to the tire strategies? We did the math. You got about 3 stops tonight. Well, guess what? You got 3 sets of tires laying in the pits. But do you want to take a set now, or do you want to double stamp? In my head, Chris, I know you're the crew chief. You're the smarter one of the group. I just cannot fathom double stamping right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you here tonight. I think you need to take every advantage that you can. And if you have enough tires to make it, throw them on. Let the chips fall where they may.
All right, so I remember I mentioned earlier about Wellman and the incident. Well, I just found out from Stephen T. Johnson. He said the 3 got loose into 3. Wellman moved up a lane to avoid it, and he was already there, being the 2 car was already there. And that forced the 2 car into the outside wall, and car is destroyed.
There we go.
So last season's champion here in BPL, Stephen T. Johnson, does not get to run a whole lot here, putting the car on the hauler early. As though we have some different strategy taking place here.
Boy, we sure do.
Wait a second. Did Cody Heinzman not take tires either? So Mark Arthur, Cody Heinzman, Rick Thompson, fuel only for the top 3 drivers.
Next
I don't
4
like
drivers take tires, and then it's a mixed bag after that. So some people are trying to hold on to a set of tires for later on in the race, and I don't know. You know, Tanner, I don't know. That could be the call.
I got bad news for the 27. He only took 2 tires, which is all fine and dandy, but he got a speeding penalty, so he's going to the back anyways for the Hunter Lagunas. So 2-tire call for the 27. That's great. That gives you the track position, but the one thing you can't do, don't speed, and he did it. So now if I'm the 27, I'm going back down pit road. I'm going to get my left side tires and try to get back some of the track position I just lost.
Yeah, might as well. Well, Mark Arthur going to become our race leader with Cody Heinzman and Rick Thompson right behind him. Austin Edstrom going to be restarting in the 4th spot. Then Chris Carroll in 5th. Dalton Kilroe 6th. Philip Van Vliet with a nice job on pit road. Fuel only for the lone Dutchman. Going to put him up to 7th spot. Chad Wilson, again, fuel only. Going to put him to 8th. John Perkins took some tires and fuel. He's going to be starting 9th. And DP 2.0, Dustin Ping, going to be restarting 10th with all 4 new tires on his Chevy.
I was going to try to do something we haven't done a whole lot this season. I was going to pull Mark up and have a word with him if we were going 2 to green and not 1 to green. But lights are off on the gender neutral pace car. We're going back green flag racing this time by. But I wanted to kind of peek into their head to see what they were thinking with the no tire call. We know they want tires late, right? But I'm just curious here, Chris, how it's going to fare, how it's going to pay off. In my mind, I'm scared for the 76, the 51, and the 12. I'm really surprised to see Cody pull such a bold strategy.
This could be simply because of that air, that dirty air. Maybe Cody is on to, you know, I would rather have the track position than 4 new tires.
I was looking at the laps. The last green flag pace laps where they were up to race pace, they were almost a second and a half slower. So the fall off has been pretty big. But if you're up front and they can't pass you, well, you got track position then, right? But Cody just does not seem like he ever is a driver that needs to go for a big swing. He can pretty much stay on the straight and narrow, and he normally is going to run pretty good. So I'm excited but curious to see why the 51 decided to go fuel only. And now I'll mention it again before they go green flag. After the flag, we know Heinzman will be there. He'll tell us why 5 minutes after tonight's race is concluded.
Let's keep in mind, too, though, there's only going to be 18 laps in this stint.
That is true. Not a lot of laps here.
Maybe holding on to a set isn't the worst idea. I don't know. My driver's sitting to my left right now, so I don't have to worry about it. Here we go. Getting ready to go back under the green flag. Mark Arthur with control. Cody Heinzman to his outside. Arthur with the race lead. Cody Heinzman now going to try and figure out what he's going to do on the top side. The 87 going to give him a little push.
That's Chris Carroll.
Here comes the 99. Oh my God, out of a rocket. Look out.
He knows these guys up ahead of him are on a different tire strategy. Well, all of them except Austin Edstrom.
Did you see that shot the 41 gave? He had a run on Chris Carroll.
Those two, no strangers to each other. They're no strangers to love, as we'll call it. Whoa, Chad Wilson hard into the wall of turn 2, stacked them up a little bit, but they keep it going straight. Now, Edstrom, we know he's Mr. Excitement, right? He brings the excitement, he brings the adrenaline, he brings the excitement. That's just what he does, right? He is a big ball of excitement, but right now he needs to simmer down a little bit. He led the whole entire first stage. He's on better tires than our top 2. Look at the block Arthur's throwing.
There's blocking, and then there's that. Mark Arthur not going to let anybody by.
And you know who that benefited?
Yep, sure do.
That's what he needed right there. I was going to say he needed to be patient. You don't need to be patient when the top 2 are duking it out like that. You need to get away from them guys. Oh, the 51 pushes tight right to the rear quarter of the 12. Oh my goodness. Chris Carroll is going to make it 3 wide. These boys are losing their nuts right here.
21 laps being worked right now. And the 87 of Austin Edstrom has control of the field once again. On the bottom side, it's the 51. He's going to go backwards. It's the 99. Pushes the 12.
The 99 is trying to force the 12 clear. He gets himself clear in the process. Meanwhile, while this is going on, oh, ping hard to the wall. Heinzman down low into the inside wall. What the hell is going on? Heinzman may have trouble.
Heinzman is gathering it back up, but my God, has he lost a lot of spots.
The angle that he hit that inside wall, the 51 may be hurt. I hope it's not. It wasn't a good lick down to the inside wall. It was a pretty bad angle there. I think he's okay, Chris. Maybe.
Well, we're gonna find out here within a lap or two.
I can tell you what, he's pissed. He is pissed. I can believe that. He's a driver that says he don't enjoy winning. He just hates losing. So I know he's pissed.
Yeah, I don't care what kind of driver you are. When you get beat up and tossed around like an old sack, it's going to kind of carry through the rest of the race here tonight.
Oh, goes out as the 81 of Ping went around.
81, Dustin Ping.
What happened here?
Let's back it up, shall we?
Ooh.
I don't like how we're starting this one. Here we go.
I seen it just one time quick. I'm going to say it looked like the 81 pushed tight, but was Mark pinching him too hard? You let me know.
I'm not going to make that call.
Make the call.
Something definitely happened. Let's back it up.
Let me watch it on the broadcast. See what you're saying.
Back it up really far.
From that point going backwards in the replay, did not look like Mark was pushing too hard. But let's see. There we go. That's the angle we like.
tight, and the 81 came up into the 12, and he went around.
You told me you wasn't going to call it.
Damage. Well, I mean, from that angle, I was
Right.
able to.
I get it.
I don't know.
I agree. I do agree. That sucks for 81. Remember, outside looking in. I'm going to go back to the points all night long. He was 21 points below the cutoff line coming into tonight. And you know, that may have been why he was pushing hard there. He needed to get around the 12, right, to start setting himself up for the next guy in line.
Yeah, absolutely. The 81 had 4 fresh tires. He was probably thinking, why can't I get around this guy?
Right.
Except for the tires just couldn't hold the grip down low like that. He ended up coming into mark.
Now, let me ask you here. If you're one of the ones that stayed out under the stage, you don't come in now for tires, do you? I don't think there's enough difference, right?
Oh, let's see. We're on lap 23. I probably wouldn't. I would just keep the strategy. Keep running.
Right.
Right.
Let's see what I don't think the 12 car is. I think the 12 car is going down for tires. Or he's at least going down for service. No, he not only tried to trick them, but he tricked the broadcaster up here. I thought he was fitting.
Oh, big ugly.
He's listening to us too. I'm expecting him to key up pretty quick as soon as he hears me say that on broadcast. It's a little delayed, about 10-second delay. So let's see if he talks to me or not. We're waiting, Mark. Mr. Big Ugly. There. He said not that delayed. I got you.
Well, there are 6 drivers that are on pit road. I'll make it 5. Steve Johnson's getting repairs done from previous caution or non-caution, I guess. But Mike Massengill, Cody Heinzman, Eric Blunt, Kyle Wellman, Fred Thompson, all on pit road.
And Mark, I'll tell you, since you can hear me, there's blocking, and then there's blocking. I'll let you know which one you did there. That was almost ugly. Big ugly. A lot of real estate here, though. We caught it. And that's what you got to do, man. You have to do that in this car. That's what this car provides. The air is so important. If you can get out front, you got to fight and claw to try to stay in that position.
Well, Cody Heinzman was in his pit stall for 27 seconds, Tanner. Don't know if he got tires, but he definitely had some chance to get a little repair done.
And you know what? Are lights still on the pace car?
I don't know. Yeah, they are.
I'm not gonna mess with him. He's talking to Mark right now in the chat, so I ain't gonna bother him. Just for the viewers at home, Mark was apologizing to him for the block. He said, I meant to block you, but didn't think it was getting that bad. I think Cody just had such a run from the draft, the momentum and all that the closing rate can be pretty big, and we saw it right there.
Yeah, that was really what started the whole downfall for Cody Heinzman, who now is back to 19th position, a perennial front runner out back.
I'll tell you, man, the points are so close in the top 5 to 6 that he could very well be outside looking in right now. If he was to finish where he is currently, that's crazy to think. I don't think it's no shock to say that, and I know Chris Carroll ain't gonna like this, maybe Edge from Kilroy, they may not like it, but I'm sorry. The 51 car has been a title favorite since he first showed up here. I'm sorry. It just is what it is, right? He has been the guy. And to say that he might be outside looking in, I mean, every race counts. When you're in these playoffs, that's what makes it exciting.
Yeah, I don't think you need to apologize. I mean, it's an opinion. It's one that I agree with. It is what it is, you know? The fact is he came in this league after several races were done and flipped it on its head.
As Mark was just telling me, sometimes my mic sounds good, other times it sounds like a robot. That could be very well on my end. Been having USB issues in the back of my PC. So if it is on me, I'm sorry. I turned it down a little bit, so maybe that will fix it. Hopefully it ain't me gaining out. I do get a little excited, get a little close to my mic at times.
All right, well, we are lined up 2 by 2, getting ready to go back under the green flag. Austin Edstrom has control of the field. Chris Carroll to his outside. Then it's going to be Mark Arthur in RT76 making up road number 2 as the pace car drops down onto pit road. We get ready to go. Edstrom.
He left him.
A minute, man. He is gone on the inside.
He left Chris Carroll on the outside road like he was sitting still. Gets clear, no battle, but the battle is instead on with a 12 car looking underneath the 99. And remember, the 12 of Mark Arthur, he's not on fresh tires. He's on old tires compared to the field around him, as well as RT76. So both drivers still holding firm up in the top 4.
On board right now with Mark Arthur. You see him in that 3rd spot. RT76 right behind him, and then it's Dolan Kilrow in 5th. Chad Wilson up 15 spots in the 21. He's got the 10 on the inside. TBB looking for more, as he is already up 2 since the drop of the green flag.
Chad Wilson was a driver that went fuel only as well on the stop, but he was a little further back, was not able to jump to the front like the rest of the guys were. So he's another guy, though. He's holding firm with the track position that he gained on pit road. I'm shocked. Oh, excuse me, go ahead.
I was just going to say, just about 10 more laps to go before the end of stage number 2. What are you shocked about, Tanner?
I'm shocked to see the RT76 and Mark Arthur able to hold their position up here. Kilrow is definitely faster than, for sure, Rick Thompson. He's tried to look low a couple of times here, but not able to make the pass. Oh, Rick Thompson to the wall, so is Dalton.
No, I think Dolan was able to stay off, but man, did he turn down hard. Dolan Kilrow looking to get around the RT76 machine right now. I think maybe Dolan is done playing. But look at that draft. That's the draft right there working for RT76. It's pulling him.
I think Dalton should win the battle right here. Maybe not, though. RT76 going to sell it off in there on the middle lane. Going to have the momentum here on the high side. He's just got to be careful. Don't get up in that wall. And he does not. And he does get the position back. So, hey, somebody said earlier that fire is gone under RT76. No, sir. That fire is still burning red hot. Chris, he told us either 2 or 3 weeks ago on After the Flag, he said, I will make the championship 4. He said there was no doubt in his mind. He said it numerous times, I will make the championship 4. He's trying. You can't say he's not trying.
Sam, are you saying he's doubled? I'm trying to figure out what you're saying there.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
If I'm doubled, then it ain't on my end. So I'm glad for that. I don't want to go over and start unplugging stuff and make myself mad.
Audio is fine now. Well, okay. We didn't make any changes.
I was going to say, you probably didn't change anything, did you?
No, sir. I ain't touching a thing tonight.
Hey,
I got it working, and that is all I care about.
Listen, viewers, if it is really annoying and I'm getting on y'all's nerves, just let us know and I can take a break. We can take the week off. I ain't mad at it. I'm just playing. I love you, Chris.
Wow.
I go over here and start tweaking with my settings, trying to make it sound terrible for myself.
Lap 31 of 84. Stage 2 ends at the end of lap 38. Austin Edstrom leads over Chris Carroll and Mark Arthur. Rick Thompson in the 4th spot. Dolan Kilrow 5th. TBB in 6th. Hunter Laguna 7th. John Perkins 8th. Chad Wilson in 9th. And Brian Dees, who is benefiting from that first stage. Remember, he was out there all by himself right now inside of the top 10.
He was a man on the island. Got in a little bit of a scuffle with Kyle the Wildman Wellman, we saw, or we heard. And just for a moment, I thought the 99 of Chris Carroll was going to be faster than the 87. I thought he was tracking him down and pacing him, but I think Austin Edstrom, man, I said he had good short run speed. He's demonstrated that all season long with the pole awards and whatnot. He just looks to be pretty good, even on the long runs here tonight as well.
Breaking up that draft on that long front stretch. And Carroll was trying to stop it from happening and didn't really get any benefit of the draft there through that long front stretch after turn one. You see Edstrom kind of come away from the wall and kind of zigzag just a little bit, not a lot. And now Carroll right on the rear bumper. That draft. Ooh, Austin Edstrom with some electrical issues there. He disappeared for a moment. Scary.
It's very scary because 9 times out of 10 you see it in the cockpit, because you're looking in your mirror like you would have to be. All the cars, they disappear. So it's definitely it's something that does not go unnoticed when you're in the car.
Yeah, about 6 more laps before the caution flag flies. Edstrom continues to lead the way. Would love to win a second stage here tonight. Look, all you can do is, if you win everything and you still don't make it, you did what you could, right?
Right, exactly. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. He's giving himself a chance. But right here, Chris Carroll back on the back bumper. No, another blink out of the 87.
I didn't pick up on that one. Just a little spark is all I saw, but it was definitely there. RT76 still holds on to the 5th spot. He's right behind Mark Arthur and Dalton Kilrow. Just behind him, though, the 10 of TBB. Taylor Butcher Benjamin up 3 spots since the drop of the green flag. Then it's Hunter Lagunas and John Perkins. The Iron Man started up in the 3rd spot and fell back to 8th since the drop of the green flag.
As the 10 of TBB looking to make a pass over RT76. That's the battle for 5th. And now Taylor, he comes into tonight. He's in right now. He's 7 points above the cutoff line. And he's had a quiet season. And I mean that with no disrespect. When I say quiet season, he's still been finishing top 5, top 10, damn near weekly, right? So he just needs to do exactly what he's been doing, and I think he'll be okay. Big moment out of RT76. And I don't know if Hunter the Junker got into him or not. But nonetheless, great save out of 76.
So Rick Thompson falls back to the 8th spot. Dalton Kilrow was able to get around Mark Arthur, and we've got caution on the track. Larry Bell having a problem.
Oh no, Belsky.
Let's go back and see what happened to the 4 car.
Oh, Brian Zimmerman is apologizing.
Zimmy
I
got
see
into
why.
the wall and knocked the 4 into it hard. The 4 is done.
Oh, that's a night ender.
Expired.
That is a night ender. Oh, it did expire, didn't it? It blew. G blew.
And Cody Heinzman was right behind those drivers when that happened. Let's go back and take a look and see just how much of the brown Cody Heinzman had to wear. Whoops, I messed it up. Let's try it again. Yeah, he turned left. He escaped it all. So Larry Bell, at one point, was a contender, having a tough night here tonight. Austin Edstrom still in control of this one. I think we're going to go back to green before the stage is supposed to end for 1 lap.
As I'll be honest, Chris, you tried to say something to me. I somehow went deafened in here. I guess it's a hotkey or something. And I was trying to talk to you, and Was wondering why you wasn't talking back. I thought I had internet issues or something happening. As do we have a busy pit road or not? We do indeed.
We do. So our front runners giving up track position, and everybody else is too.
I think you got to take tires here, right? With the stage coming to an end pretty quick. Go ahead and take your tires now and stay out.
Take your tires, yeah.
Yep. Ooh, Hunter Lagunas overshot his pit box the first time on pit road, and guess what? Hunter Lagunas overshoots his pit box on the second stop. Chris Carroll, fuel only out of the 99. I don't like the call. I don't think he's thinking about the stage brake coming. Wait a second.
I do like the call.
I think this is going to be stage brake.
I don't know, bud. Right now we're on lap 37. It ends at the end of lap 38. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, so he's not going to have a chance to come back down, brother. He's going to have to pit under green in the middle of this stage somewhere. I don't like the call. He has 2 sets of tires laying. I don't...
Tell you who made a really good call was Mark Arthur, fuel only, and that's going to win him this stage. TBB took tires and is in second spot. Big move for TBB. Dustin Ping as well in third spot with tires. Oh, no, excuse me. All 3 of those drivers all stayed out. Last time they were on was lap 17. Got to read all the information, Chris.
Admins are discussing right now what to do here as far as stage or not. Mark Arthur, I believe, was thinking we were going to have a shootout and then he could pit. I think the same could be said for TBB as well. Was expecting another quick yellow here for the end of the stage, but now Mark Arthur taking it down.
Yeah.
I think he realizes, and Chris Carroll, if he's smart right here, he needs to pit. He stayed out.
A lot of drivers bringing it in.
Pace laps just got extended. We're not going back green. This is the stage break right here. Or it will be when we get to the lap, but there's not going to be another caution between now and then.
Well, Arthur's getting tires. And that's going to give big-time bonus points over to TBB. And Dustin Ping. Hi, Gail. Everything going pretty good tonight. Thank you very much. Glad you and Rich are checking in. So TBB on top. Dustin Ping going to be restarting to his outside. Then it's then it's Fred Thompson going to be restarting in the third spot. Chris Carroll to his outside. Austin Edstrom will be restarting in the 5th place. Dalton Kilroy will be restarting 6th place.
Now we're hearing, Chris, the peoples that pit when they didn't pit the first time, now they got black flags. So Mark, 12 car, has a penalty.
Oh, no.
It's a headache.
That's just got to get cleared. That should not have happened.
He's not going to clear it. He ain't asked for it to be cleared. He just said it's all right. That's twice now. This in the past 4 weeks, he screwed himself not to ask for a black flag that should be cleared because of the optics of it. I want to clear it myself. I know he'll yell at me.
Well, this is going to be an interesting restart. I just have a feeling.
I want to say, shout out to Fred Thompson sitting P3 right now. Love to see it. I'm scared for him. I hope they don't try to use him up here. I hope he gets up on the wheel and takes the race lead out of turn 1. That's what I'm hoping happens, Chris Legoo.
That would be awesome. I would love that call.
If they think my audio's bad now, it's going to be really bad when I'm yelling for him, cheering him on.
Here we go. Pace car drops off. TBB has control of the field. Fred Thompson right behind him. TBB hits the go pedal. We're gone under green.
Fred does not get a good launch, but he takes it down to the low side. Allows all them drivers to pass.
Very courteous.
Very courteous. Hey, TBB, when I was doing the power rankings, actually manually typing them out every week, I always ended TBB's write-ups with, he will win a race this season. Here we are. He's leading here at Pocono, taking lap 40. He'll be 41 when he crosses the stripe.
Third and final stage. We go until the end. Lap 84. And TBB has the race lead. Chris Carroll on old tires. He's sitting in second spot. How long? We don't know. He's got Edstrom and Ping and Kilroe and Wellman and Perkins and all behind him. Well, not all, because Edstrom's already gone by. Here comes the 41. Dalton Kilroe right behind the 99 has to back down.
And I just heard the 12 car, 40-second hold on pit road. His night is essentially over.
Yep. Should have taken the clear.
He might not go a lap down yet, with it being a 54, 55-second lap, right? He may not go a lap. Oh, yeah, he will. Yeah, he will. He will. By the time he gets on the pit road, off pit road, he has to, right? Just mathematically, he has to. Maybe not. I mean, he's still out on track. Has he already pit?
He's already served it. He's already a lap down.
Oh, yep. SDK sucks. But yeah, you're right.
Hate that for him.
That's twice. In 4 weeks, he screwed himself. So if anybody ever thinks admins take care of each other here,
Oh, 41. Oh, pancakes hard into the right side.
He tried to widen Pocono. He said it was not wide enough, but unfortunately that wall does not budge.
Man, what a hit.
Where the hell did the wild man come from? Looking to make a move on 41 does not happen. 33 of Perkins to his outside. This is the battle here for P6. If SDK is telling me the truth.
It is.
I always got to wonder that now, right? It's always something I got to wonder.
Don't look now, but there's one pissed off driver still working his way to the front. It's the 51, the TNA driver, Cody Heinzman.
And he's somebody I think, I'm going to go out on a limb and say he gives a lot of breaks. He lets the guys get by with a little bit more than what most drivers will here, right? I always operate on like a 2-strike penalty. You mess me up once, okay. The second time, all right, now we're done. I feel like he's pretty level-headed. He's pretty calm. But I think he's definitely pissed now. And, yeah, I'm expecting the show here. Fireworks pretty quick out of the 51. To the back bumper of the 33. Now the 33 is looking to make a pass over Captain Save Some Fuel. So the Iron Man looking low underneath Kilroe.
Wellman goes down low on the 51, but gets a little bit loose coming out of the corner, backs it down. Meanwhile, up front, it is TBB with his teammate Austin Edstrom right behind him. Leading the way, Chris Carroll still in third spot, but John Perkins looking to try and close the gap.
Remember, Chris Carroll not on fresh tires. He elected for a fuel-only stop.
Perkins makes a move down on Chris Carroll. John Perkins to the inside.
Something else we have not spoke about. We ain't really had to talk about fuel very much, but TBB last on pit road at lap 17. They can only go between 21 to 23 laps on a fuel tank. So my question now is he in the window to do a one stop? I don't think he is. I think he'll have to do a two stop this final stage. That's too much math, but I think he will.
Well, it is gonna be
17,
some kind of close.
17 plus 20, that's 47, right?
Yeah.
84 minus 47 is
Too many.
84. I just want to make sure I do it. 37 laps. Yeah, he's gonna have to do a two stops here. Wait. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Even with the caution. So he's due in really quick. Mark's saying only one more time in my ear. Is SDK telling me a fib again? Now he said, actually, all of us. I don't know about Taylor. Taylor has pit twice. Kilroe just told me.
Okay.
I redneck math. See, it's wrong a lot, but every now and then, even a blind squirrel finds a nut.
Well, it's just weird how every now and again it doesn't register a pit stop.
Well, and see, even with TBB's pit stop, I don't know if you're seeing it, but it says he was only on pit road for 0.42 of a second.
Yeah, I see.
And TBB's down pit road this time by. He just called it out. So our race leader going to be pitting this time.
That's going to give it over to Austin Edstrom. That'll move Chris Carroll up to second. Cody Heinzman up to third. TBB stays down low. He's dropping off onto pit road.
Got to get the car slowed down. 55 miles per hour speed limit here at Pocono. Looks like he nailed that one to a T. Got the car slowed down perfectly. Did the 10 car.
So Austin Edstrom does have the race lead now.
We'll keep my camera on TBB just to see what he elects to do here on pit road. Right side up. Left side's up. Four tire car.
Kyle Wellman hard into the right side with the wall. Able to keep it going. That gives Hunter Lagunas a chance to get around the 33 of John Perkins, and now RT76 looks to do the same. John Perkins had to woe it up for the 42 getting into the wall, and may cost him a couple of spots. Although he does battle back on the outside, he is going to hold on to the 8th spot away from Rick Thompson. Cody Heinzman has gotten around the 99 now. Cody Heinzman in second spot. Chris Carroll starting to show some signs of those older tires right there. As the front end of that car was a little bit jouncy, we'll call it, when he had to get into those brakes a little bit. And here comes Chris Carroll. He's peeling off coming down pit road. Hunter Lagunas as well. So that's going to move Dalton Kilroe into the 3rd spot.
So Chris Carroll electing to get off sequence here. Hunter Lagunas, both of them.
Boy, that...
They can't make it. This final stage is a one-stop race. Just trying something different, I guess. I don't know.
35 laps from here to the end.
Yeah, they can't do that. That's really at most it's 12 laps, but it's more like 13, 14 laps too many.
Well, right now, Austin Edstrom looks like he's sitting pretty. He won the first stage. He was up there for stage number 2, and then, I don't know, extended caution, yada, yada, yada. I'm not entirely sure where he ended up finishing there. But here he is leading again, 34 laps to go. Cody Heinzman is trying to track him down, but Edstrom's teammate, Dalton Kilrose, sits in third. One driver on track, 1 lap down. It's Mark Arthur. He would get a lucky dog should we have a yellow flag. Brian Dees right now running in 4th. Kyle Wellman right behind him, trying to track him down. Rick Thompson in the 6th spot. John Perkins 7th. Corey Sherman 8th. Chad Wilson 9th, Philip Van Vliet 10th, so 8, 9, 10 all TNA. Austin Edstrom continues to lead the way. The gap pretty solid at a 0.24, give or take. About a quarter of a second. Cody does kind of creep up on him in these straightaways, but then loses down the corners, and that's that dirty air. Although he didn't lose that much that time. Cody Heinzman may be looking to make a push here. Well, he gives up a bunch in this corner. Maybe getting it back, though, on this long straightaway. As Austin Edstrom tries to break the draft. It's not going to happen against Cody Heinzman, though, as the gap drops to 1/10 of a second heading into 1.
Something I picked up on with Edstrom here versus Heinzman. Heinzman's using all of the racetrack off turn 3. He's going all the way up to the wall as Edstrom goes all the way up and touches the wall a little bit. Whereas off turn 3, Edstrom, he's not really doing that. He's actually staying low even on the exit of the corner. I don't know the benefit of that, but he looks to be quicker on that side of the track. Let's see if it is this time around once more. So they enter about the same, but watch here on exit. Heinzman's out, and whereas Edstrom's a little bit lower off the wall.
Slightly different line. Maybe in the long run, it's going to help Heinzman's tires a little bit.
He's not having to put as much wheel into it on exit versus Edstrom. But don't look now, but here comes the 41. I think he might be tracking these guys down with the benefit of the draft.
Top 3 separated by, well, first to second is 0.3 of a second. Second to third is 0.35. So just under 0.7 of a second for the top 3 drivers. The gap back to 4th. Unfortunately for Brian Dees, it's growing. If Dees and Wellman could work together a little bit, they might be able to catch the top 3, but there's too much separation there for that to happen. RT76 sitting in the 6th spot. And then it's going to be John Perkins, Corey Sherman. Sherman looking to go around Perkins on the outside. He's got Wilson to help. Got to be careful about how much help you provide on the corners. It's going to get your car tight. Oh, Sherman with a good move now down to the inside. So Corey Sherman right now running in the 8th spot, looking for 7th. And he may have it heading into turn 1.
Looks like it.
Perkins though battling back out of the corner. And you got 3 teammates bumper to bumper right there. Corey Sherman, Chad Wilson, Philip Van Vliet.
The Iron Man is not liking what he's seeing, I don't believe.
No.
He's feeling outnumbered, I believe, a little bit.
Yeah, I think he might be.
Even if it's with a nickname like Iron Man.
Yeah, well, it's tough, you know, it is. It's still tough. Checking in up top, Austin Edstrom, Cody Heinzman, and Dylan Kilroe continue to lead the way here on lap 57 of 84. Hi, Miss Connie. There you go, Tanner. Now you can say hi to her.
Hi, Miss Connie. Glad to see you're here. Hope you've had a great weekend as the weather's getting a little bit cooler and we went back an hour, so everybody should feel well rested in the morning. Maybe.
I guess that depends on what time you went to bed after working on your audio all night.
Hey, true that.
I was determined to not have a problem tonight.
I think it went just fine. You know something that's really bugging me? On iRacing, when we're watching them come down the front stretch, look at the grill insert at the bottom, the black grill insert. On the front stretch, it's sticking out like a sore thumb. Tell me if you see it when they're coming down the front stretch with this camera you got on currently. This one on the front stretch is doing it. It's like the black part is glowing almost. Very, very weird.
All right, I'll keep an eye out.
Long race, we started finding little stuff to talk about, but I'm serious though. Looks very weird on the front stretch. On all cars, even the Camry and the Camaro, they look the same, and it's just like it's glowing almost. You see that when they're got the fence in between us and them. It does it. So it's something to do with the fence. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. Hey, oh, yellow. Hunter Laguna. Uh-oh.
Oh, and that car is tore up. Left front. All kinds of damage. We'll go back. Lagunas was hanging out on the bottom side and just absolutely loses it on his own. Piles into the inside retaining wall. I don't think he ever let off. Like, seriously, I don't think he ever let off. I could be wrong.
Jump on board that one. Right in the cockpit.
Boy, I hate it when you tell me to do stuff like that.
I'm sorry.
Because usually, well, I don't hate it.
There's usually a reason.
The right word.
There's usually a reason, ain't there?
Yeah. Let's go back.
Tell me what you think.
Huh. I don't want to say what I'm thinking.
We've all done it. I've done it. I'm guilty. I am guilty. That's all I'll say. And I'm sad that I'm guilty, right? but I am guilty of it. So it's not what's the old saying in the South? The pot calling the kettle black or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm outright admitting that I've done it. You can't tell me it wasn't.
No. I can say that I have thought about doing it. I've never actually. No, I've never actually done it. Never had to.
Sadly, I've done it. I think twice I've done it. But you know what? Karma got me both times. I never benefited from it. I actually always got the bad end of the deal. So that's my only saving grace with doing it.
Well, I guess what I'll say is a very timely caution flag has just been put out on lap 60.
As Power Fade in the chat, Tanner is correct. I saw it too. I'm not sure if he's talking about that. I don't know when that chat came through. So Derek Paulson, just let me know what you're referring to. But I think I know what you are.
He was referring to the light situation on the grills, I believe.
Oh, okay. And Miss Connie, it is definitely Christmas time now at the Marr household. We got Chris, if you don't know, my fiance, my beautiful girlfriend. She's not really a fiance, but we've been together for 7 years. My beautiful girlfriend decided today was the time to put up the Christmas tree, so that was all good, right? We were back here talking before the race. I go in there and talk to her right before we go live, and she says, "Hey, babe, check outside real quick." I look outside. We now have 3 snowmen, like the big blow-up 7-foot-tall snowmen. We got 3 of those out front, and we have Christmas lights hung up on the gutter. She snuck out there and put up all that stuff in about 35 minute span.
That's efficient. Holy cow.
Very efficient. It almost worries me how they're hung, honestly, if we're being honest here. But the snowmen are cool. The snowmen are really cool. That's a $200 and something investment. They look awesome, but they don't look very cool at the beginning of November.
Yeah. That's usually like around Thanksgiving kind of time, not on November 3rd.
A little early, huh? A little early.
A little bit.
And now I'm worried, like, because as time gets closer, she's going to want to add stuff, right? Oh, we got to do this part of the house. We got to do the windows next, And it's going to be festive. I can tell you that. If we're starting this early, it can only get worse. I can't lie. I'm giving her a hard time. She did rock out for Halloween. We had a really cool decoration for Halloween. So I'll let her do her thing. We'll let her do what she wants to do. But I'm curious what happens with that caution there as race controllers came down into the line for the 27 of Hunter Lagoons.
Yeah, it's...
If you're going to do it, don't make it so blatant, kid. Holy cow. You can't convince me any other way. You cannot convince me.
No. Nope. Well, we'll see if it pays off. You and I are definitely thinking very much along the same lines. And we also have ourselves a new race leader, a 2-tire stop, it looks like, for Kyle Wellman. Austin Edstrom will be starting on the outside. The 41 of Dalton Kilroy going to be restarting in 3rd spot. Cody Heinzman restarts in 4th. Brian Dees 5th. Then it's going to be Rick Thompson, John Perkins, Chad Wilson, Philip Van Vliet, Dustin Ping. A couple of drivers decided they were going to come back down and top off fuel a second time. About 4 drivers, in fact. 5 drivers. And Mark Arthur is back on the lead lap. Green flag flies once again. Wellman right now continues to lead the way. The 87 and the 41 getting ready to do battle. The 41 down low. The 87 up high. Edstrom. Sorry, I got distracted there. Chad Wilson got into the wall hard there. Edstrom able to hold on to that second spot, though. Dalton Kilrow third. And the battle right now for fifth spot, it's between the 17 of Brian Dees and RT76.
You shout out to the wild man. Getting up there and getting himself the race lead, leading some laps. He raced quite a few races earlier in the season and kind of disappeared. Wasn't having fun on Sunday. I told him, take a break. Take a break. Don't start racing until it's fun again. I bet he's having a hell of a time right now racing. He's having fun now.
Yeah, buddy. 42 dives it down into turn number 2. And we are single file throughout the field once again. TBB looking to try and advance his position right now. The Butcher running currently in the 13th spot. Make it 14th as Amanda Sherman battles back on the outside. Amanda just put her foot down and said, no, this is my spot. But on that far outside line, she's going to be looking to maybe lose 2 spots now.
It's funny, when you said that, she was keying up saying, take it low here. She was telling him to take it low as you were saying that. I need her to get up on the wheel and tell them boys, you're going to pass me. You got to pass me.
Yeah. 3 wide for the race lead. The 41, the 87, and the 42.
Oh, my God.
The 51 goes with the 41, and it's going to be Dalton Kilrow, Cody Heinzman. Still 2 wide for 3rd spot.
Oh!
The 41 trying to gather it back up. He does. A race leader now, Cody Heinzman. Holy hell.
As Kilrow was loving himself of the catch-up man. That was his favorite driver. Pushed him to the race lead. That love may be lost now, but what a save out of the 41. You just got to get after it in these cars. The track position, it means everything. Heinzman did nothing wrong there. He was just drafted, right? Stayed close to the 41. The air did not settle well with the 41. Now the 42 looking to the inside of the 51. They make contact.
We're going 3 wide for the race lead once again. Here comes Austin Edstrom. Edstrom up the middle.
I've said this line a few times this season. I'm going to say it again. They can't keep up at this pace. The 42! He's coming back up. He locks it down. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. We go under caution. Race leader, the 51. Cody Heinzman, Edstrom, Dees, Thompson, Perkins. Holy God. You would swear that was the last lap of the race, and it's not even by a mile. 42 took it down, and he touched just below the yellow line, got him loose, and just touches the wall. Minor damage at best on the 42, but enough to draw out the yellow flag. Wow. Ooh, boy. Now, what's been the one consistent factor here all night? On the restarts. The guy in first place who has control of the field is able to maintain. Will that happen again here tonight? There are drivers, Tanner. They are coming down pit road. It's Rick Thompson, Dustin Ping, Mark Arthur, and more.
Rick Thompson was one of the guys that elected to stay out earlier in the race, gained a tire set basically when everybody else took tires. Remember, he did not. So he had an extra tire set to burn, and it looks like he's going to burn them this time.
Lap 68 is being worked right now. 68 of 84. Fred Thompson gets his lap back. Man, oh man. Would you believe if I said this thing isn't done yet? I don't believe the cautions are either. After the flag's going to be exciting here tonight, I think. Make sure to check it out. 5 minutes after we shut the broadcast down here at Pocono, we'll open the studio back up and go after the flag. Live on True Sim Productions. Tanner and myself will be hosting that. Pace car lights are off. We're getting ready to go back under the green flag. Cody Heinzman, Austin Edstrom, Brian Dees, John Perkins, Chad Wilson, Dalton Kilroy, your top 6 as we get ready to fire these guys off one more time here at Pocono. Just about halfway done this pace lap. Tonight we set our top 4. 2 weeks from tonight, we settle it all. Who is gonna make the top 4 here tonight? It's still up in the air. That's the crazy thing. Here we go again. Green flag. Cody Heinzman with the race lead. John Perkins in 3rd. Austin Edstrom in the middle. Brian Dees right there. Dalton Kilroy behind his teammate. Kilroy moves down. We've got one going. Oh, I didn't see who it was. Eric Blount hard into the wall. That's going to bring out another caution. Caution again here at Pocono. Let's go back and take a peek and see what happened with the 16. Oh.
Well, I missed something.
Oh.
I just got back.
Oh.
O'Reilly's
Yeah, that
Auto Parts. Oh, the Wild Man. Oh no.
yeah, it's kind
What a
of what.
lift.
Yeah, just a little tap. That's all it took. Eric on the 16. Hard hit. And another expired engine here tonight at Pocono. So, these last laps, they're going to take forever, it seems, if these guys don't straighten it out a little bit. But I get it. There is a lot on the line for some of these drivers here. There's no way you want your season to be, while not completely officially done, your championship hopes dashed is what you don't want. Everybody giving it everything they've got here tonight, and it has been some kind of racing.
Thank you, Kiro. Whoops, sorry. I had my mic muted on TeamSpeak.
No problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's bad. Sorry, still on admin and talking over here, but 1 second, Chris. I'll be right back.
Well, Cody Heinzman still your race leader. He's being followed by Austin Edstrom, John Perkins, Don Kilroe. Kilroe was able to get in front of Brian Dees. Now is going to restart to the backside of his teammate, Austin Edstrom. Chad Wilson up 15 spots to 6th place. Corey Sherman up 5 to 7th. Chris Carroll, right where he qualified, 8th spot. Taylor Butcher, right where he qualified, 9th spot. Mike Massengill up 13 spots to 10th place. The Blackhawk Motorsports driver sits in that 10th place. Do have to thank Blackhawk Motorsports and Ohio and Indiana Racing for their season-long sponsorship of this and every other event this season for Blazing Pedals. Pace car lights should drop down this time. So one more time around this 2.5 mile track. We are currently working lap number 73. That means 11 laps to go. $11 to go here at Pocono.
All right, Chris, I'm back. I'm here. I'm giving you my 110% undivided attention now.
Well, don't give it to me, brother. Give it to the race.
No, well, 11 laps to go. You got championship aspirations for 8 drivers. Only 4 can make it.
Yeah, let's go through that, Tanner. If you have the list, let's see where they are in the running order.
Chris Carroll coming in tonight first. Where's he running?
8th.
Cody Heinzman, he's 2nd.
1st.
TBB, he's 3rd in the points coming in tonight.
9th.
Okay, TBB was 7 points above the cutoff line, and then Kilrow, of course, 4th. Edstrom 9 points below. He's 5th. Where's he at now?
He's running 2nd.
Perkins 19 points below the cutoff line. He's 6th in the standings.
And he's running 3rd.
Justin Ping 21 points. He's 7th. Where's he at on the track?
Ping is 15th.
Ooh, and then RT 76, 34 points below the cutoff line.
RT 76 is running in 11th spot, and here we go. There is some close matchups, is what I just heard. Cody Heinzman with that leader's advantage, taking all the advantage he can. Now he's just got to run. John Perkins in 3rd spot, trying to do battle. We are going to go under caution again. I believe that may... I don't know who that was.
Hunter Lagoon.
Hunter Lagunas.
What happened here?
Let's go back. Man, man.
The 8 of Amanda Sherman gets tapped, gets loose. Nowhere for the 27 to go.
Oh, my Lord.
Mark Arthur got by that one. Barely got by that.
I'll tell you who that wasn't on.
I'm going to put the 27. He is free and clear, and I think the 8 is free and clear.
Yes, sir. Let's see what we got. Yeah. The 81, that would be Ping. And the 12. Oh, no, Ping just got into her. That would be the 81.
Then the 27. Wrong place, wrong time. Call it karma, call whatever you want. It's real, ladies and gentlemen. I believe in it so hard. I'm terrified of karma. I really am. But it's real.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Unfortunately, I think Amanda's car was more severely damaged than we can tell, because she ended up taking a tow to pit road. Yeah.
Ooh, race control spoken. It's a racing incident, and he said with the 8 lifting to let the 12 car up, 81 just basically had nowhere to go, got into the back of her, and around she went, but no, it was really a bomb went off there when that happened.
Sure did.
I can agree with that call, though. I really can, because Amanda, we know she was going to lift to let the 12 up, right? That's just how she races. She don't want to cause any issues, so she probably did lift just ever so slightly, and 81 did not get that memo. But I'm also a firm believer in you are in control of the nose of your car.
Yep.
So I can see it. I can see the coin flip either way. As Mark is apologizing. I say let's put it on Big Ugly.
Yeah. Let's do
put
that.
it on Big Ugly.
It's definitely Mark's fault.
I'm just playing Miss Connie and Lori.
We kid. Yeah, we kid.
He is Big Ugly, but nothing that you two fine ladies ever did cause that all themselves. Well, the first two awesome kid. My best friend.
All kinds of problems, Tanner. Hold on one moment.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Looks like we're getting it back. We're getting it back.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we had all kinds of blinking problems.
Oh, yeah, the stream actually is...
Yeah, it's showing it, and now we are fine again.
Yep, we are. Just wanted to kind of scare them a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Make them think we was going off, but nope, gotcha. Here we are.
Gotcha.
Back.
Woo, look at that sun. Oh, man, that's blinding. Oh, what a shot. That right there is going into turn number 3. That is all the drivers can see right now, and it's not a lot.
I promise you, too, it is brutal in the cockpit. Brutal.
I'll tell you where it's even worse is for anybody who uses VR.
Yep. I know, Miss Connie, you definitely do not have ugly kids. You see, with Mark, it's more his personality. You know, that's what makes him ugly. At least to me, at least, you know. But yeah, you do. You make beautiful kids. It's just...
Sometimes they turn ugly.
Right. But you are a beautiful queen. So is Lori. And Mark is big ugly. This is about to get spicy. If it hadn't been spicy yet, it's about to be.
I'll tell you what, man. We've had 3 cautions. We've run more caution laps here in the 3rd stage than we have green flag laps, I think. I might be,
What'd you say, Mark?
Some.
He threw a shot at Lori. Hold on. You know I gotta relay the message. What'd you say, Mark? We wait. He's not gonna say it again. He's scared.
Yeah.
He knows Lori will beat him up. Oh, I can't say that on broadcast. Way to go, Mark.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I can't say it on broadcast. Lori, I do not condone or endorse the messages of Mark Arthur. He just keeps repeating it now. Sweet.
All right, well.
Lights are off.
Lights are off. Sun is bright heading into turn 3, which is where they are right now. We're getting ready to go back under the green flag. We are currently working lap number 77. It'll be 78 when we go back to the green flag. 6 laps to go.
I will tell you, Chris, I might be a few minutes late to after the flag. We do have to do... Ooh, excuse me, I had a hiccup right then. We do have to do a little admin meeting at the end of this. The green flag is out, but I will be there eventually for after the flag. Cody Heinzman gets shot out of a cannon.
Cody Heinzman, once again, your race leader. Austin Edstrom holds on the 2nd spot. John Perkins looking for 3rd, but on the outside, here comes the 41. Dalton Kilroe looking for 3rd. Teammates up high. Cody Heinzman needs to be aware of the teammate situation brewing right behind him.
Especially with how big the draft has been. Yellow's out on the speedway. Did Perkins get around the 41?
I don't think so.
The Wild Man. We were wondering if there's going to be Wheel Man or Wild Man. That could be the 3rd one.
Let's see what happened with Kyle.
Oh, it's not his fault. Oh my God, he is dead.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Mike Massengill, I believe it was Massengill, who got into the side of Wellman after he had been turned.
Wow.
It's the 20. So Fred Thompson gets into the corner, and oh my God, it's worse every time you look at it.
Every time you watch it, it gets more violent. If you was in VR right then, you're like seriously gonna need a bag, because whatever's in your stomach, I don't think it's gonna be there anymore. That's like motion sickness. Can you imagine if that happened to Corey Sherman with his motion rig? My goodness.
No, that would be bad.
My goodness.
On board this time. Let's do it on board.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God, it's worse that way. Don't do it. Nobody watch that. Oh man.
It's like a helicopter. I've never...
Wow.
This whole season, I've never seen somebody break the right front or left front to the point where the car won't move. And that's what happened there. Wellman was legit doing a victory burnout, but it wasn't for the victory. It was just because the car wouldn't move. He legit raced the wheels off that thing. Only the Wild Man.
So Perkins looks like he did hold on to third spot.
I
Kilroe's
knew
still
it was
going to be in
close.
fourth.
But now that lines him up where? Right behind his teammate.
Behind his teammate.
Ooh, Fred Thompson got the EOL there. I thought it was on Masking. Okay, whatever. The hammer has spoken. But yeah, that may benefit Dalton actually losing that spot to Perkins. That's going to put Perkins lining right up behind our race leader. And that's going to put Kilroe lining right up behind Mr. Excitement, his teammate there on MFRD. Chris Carroll, he had some misfortune earlier. A timely caution, a very timely caution, helped him out enough to keep him within the lead lap and to put him back in the pack. And he's made the most of it, currently sitting 5th.
That's a message for you, Tanner. I had nothing to do with that.
So who do I need to pick a fight with about Cody's new nickname? Oh, I'm innocent as can be in that one, honestly. I am just the messenger titan. It is Corey Sherman and Rick Thompson. I will gladly tell you that one, brother, because I actually said I was not even going to say it on broadcast, and I was asked to say it at least 3 times a night.
You've only done it once, to be fair.
Chris, I'm already getting in trouble. Don't give me more trouble, but the Sex Panther, yeah, he's leading. He's out front. I prefer the Ketchup Man. That's what we named him, right? Me and you both. We coined him the Ketchup Man. That's what I prefer.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden, Corey Sherman and RT76 back on race. What is it, Race Chatter? A few weeks ago.
Yep, 2 weeks ago.
And I watched it after the fact, and I'm like, oh boy, I hope that one doesn't stick. But what was it again?
You know it. Don't make me say it again, please. It was Sex Panther, okay?
Okay. I think that
that's the 3 times.
That's the 3 times. Yeah, I think we're contractually covered now.
But Titan, I do apologize. I really do. We try to keep it family friendly here, but you know, I do have obligations, and Savages is a series sponsor here or is a channel sponsor, excuse me. As now Mark Arthur has just said his nickname back out front in the lead. So now it's actually spilled over to the driver's chat now. I love my life. I just love it. But you know what's funny? I know Cody didn't like the nickname at first. Hey, I could just tell he didn't like it, right? He didn't like it because he said his grandparents watched it. So I do respect that because my grandparents watched whenever I was racing. So if y'all are watching, I do apologize. And it's all in good fun. As Kyle the Wildman Wellman pokes me and says, I am alive. He's down in the infield care center. Should we pull him up?
Man, with 4 laps to go,
Wildman,
stick
stick around for after the flag, brother. Do me that solid.
There you go. Out of the infield care center is Kyle Wellman. At least we know he's safe. After a very, very... I think that might have been one of the worst cautions... cautions of the season. Yeah.
I mean, the car would not roll. All right, will this be the last green-white checker? Or green-white checker, listen to me.
Don't even say those words.
Will this be the last restart?
Here we go. Cody Heinzman hits the loud pedal, trying everything he's got to hold on to this one.
He's got a hard charging Edstrom trying to go back-to-back. He has a 41 trying to pick up the first win of the season. Edstrom goes low. Heinzman gave him the low line.
Wow. Smart
That's pretty wide behind.
Cody Heinzman gave him the line he didn't want.
Oh, they're wrecking in the back. King, RT76, both drivers that were below the cutoff line coming into tonight. Stick a fork in. Chris Carroll around. Chris Carroll around after the yellow. Corey Sherman and the 99.
Oh, my God. The wheels are coming off.
Carroll screams out, what are you doing?
All right, we got two separate cautions to go and look at here, or two separate incidents. Let's go ahead and get with the first one. That was Dustin Ping and Rick Thompson. Let's go ahead and get that one rolling here. Rick Thompson may have given just a little too much of a side bump there. And that's all she wrote for the 81. And the 76.
Dude, Chris Carroll may not make it into the championship 4 now, bro.
Wow.
What
Let's
the
take
hell
a
is
look
going
at
on?
this one. That was a pretty good shot of that first bit of the caution. And after all that, let's go back and take a look and see what Chris Carroll was getting up to. Oh, the 3 car hooked him. And I don't think that that was on purpose.
No, I don't think so.
I'm going to go back. I'm pretty sure I saw the 99 wiggle. Yep, right there. Right there. The 3 car moved up. The 12 was to the outside. 3 car moved back down. Unfortunately, the 99 was there. Also got the 12. Well,
99 going down pit road. If he did not have a meatball flag, I was thinking he was going to stay out, but he may have had a meatball flag. That was a lick.
oh boy. And look who's in second place now. Dalton Kilroe. Heck, look at who's in third. Chad Wilson. TNA driver. Sits in the 3rd spot.
Wait, did you say Kilroe's in the lead? Or
No,
second?
sir. He's second.
Oh, okay. You got me excited for a second. No disrespect to Heinzman. I just said that Dalton would win a race this season. I thought maybe he was in front of Heinzman or something that I just missed. There was a lot going on there. Holy cow.
Yeah, we went down several drivers in a hurry.
We lost, I said we lost. Ping and Thompson, both drivers.
Yep, that's 2 that will not make it.
And now, I said Carroll may be out. That might be a huge benefit to Chris Carroll with those 2 guys still on pit road.
Run through that list again, just the order.
Chris Carroll, Cody Heinzman, TBB, Dalton Kilroe. Those were your top 4 coming into tonight. And then you got 5th place, Austin Edstrom. John Perkins is in 6th, Ping, and then Thompson. That was 7th and 8th coming in tonight.
And Austin Edstrom right now currently runs in the 4th position. Carroll is back out on track, running 13th.
My
That's
question
9
is, where's
point positions.
Sorry to interrupt, but TBB's in 8th. Because he was the guy. If TBB can stay where he's at and Edstrom finishes where he's at, I think Carroll's out.
Oh boy.
I don't see a scenario to where Carroll gains positions here with the way his car looks, unless we have car wars more, right? If they're still going to sit out here and wreck, then he might.
Well, we're going to do something that we haven't had to do a lot of this season. Somehow, some way, we have not had a lot of green-white checkers. But that's where we're at.
You got Cody Heinzman, the race leader, asking about race distance versus actually going to nighttime. It's getting dark out here, folks, but luckily for them, it is green-white checker. So this race will conclude before it gets dark. Knock on wood, right?
3 opportunities under green-white checkered conditions.
If push come to shove, admins can start shortening these yellows if we have to use all 3 of them, which I hope we don't. I mean, you got people's seasons on the line here. It has gotten nutty.
Teammates on the inside, teammates on the outside. TNA versus MFRD. 2 TNA drivers, 3, 4. Make it 4 MFRD drivers on the outside.
My God, that couldn't work out any better for him. But now, Cody Heinzman, he is the control car. He fires them off. Chad Wilson gets him a great bump there when they fire.
That is exactly what Cody Heinzman was looking for.
Both drivers get clear.
Teammate help that you're looking for.
That's teammates racing as a whole. That's not teammates racing against each other. That's exactly what you need right there in that situation.
Heinzman, Wilson, Kilrow. Kilrow looks down low. I don't think Wilson's able to hold him off. Wilson loses 1 spot. Don Kilrow up to 2nd.
Heinzman just wants to see the white flag here. Barney Fife Jr., our flagman, has it in his hands. Will he get across? Out of turn number 3. This could be the final time. White flag in the air. No? Am I too early?
Big news, Chris Carroll not up to speed. Chris Carroll back down to 14th spot. TBB up to 6th. Austin Edstrom up to 4th. Those 2 drivers may make it. This is going to be tight. Last lap here at Pocono.
Edstrom trying to make a move over Wilson. He don't know if he's in or not, so he has to get that position in his mind. Wilson makes a good turn too, but gets into the wall.
That's going to allow Edstrom to go. That's going to allow the Soul Stealer to go. TBB not able to. Final time out of turn number 3 for the 51 of Cody Heinzman. And he's going to win it.
That is his 10th race win of the season in only 23 starts. The man is unfreaking deniable.
Cody Heinzman, Dalton Kilrow, Austin Edstrom going to be your top 3. Brian Dees, Chad Wilson round out the top 5. TBB is 6th. Corey Sherman 7th. John Phillips in 8th. John Perkins, in 8th. Philip Van Vliet 9th. And Mark Arthur, after being a lap down, finishes in 10th.
Chris, we're going to do something a little different tonight. Can I do the 3rd place finisher, and then I'll save you the 2 and 1? That way I can get in the after flag a little bit quicker.
Absolutely.
We'll start the admin meeting as soon as I wrap up my interview here. As who is our 3rd place guy? Mr. Excitement, Austin Edstrom. Let's see if I can find him.
I already moved him for you, bud.
Well, you are, man, you are the man, brother. I don't care what anybody says about you. You are the man. Let's get him up here. Austin Edstrom, Mr. Excitement. I wish I knew how the points were, but just from my gut feeling, I think you're good. You got a copy?
Yeah, man. How's it going?
It's going good for me. I feel like it's going a little bit better for you. Had good pace early, led a lot of laps there, but ultimately came up in the 3rd place spot. Talk me through your night, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I had really good pace, race-winning pace. Just as soon as Cody got control of the race, we decided to forget how to drive for the last 30 or so laps and just never had a chance. And then I finally had a bad restart, put me back to 4th. Recovered to 3rd. I don't know if that's enough. I got lucky with Carroll being in one of those accidents, but even with that, I don't know. The end of stage 2, the accident coming out whenever I'm leading the stage, and then Taylor staying out and getting max points instead. The way the race played out, it really hurt me. I feel like I left a lot of points on the table, and it wasn't my fault this time. So that kind of stings.
You put together a hell of a race. I know it's a bummer, right? When you know you have good pace, you had race winning pace. You proved that from the time qualifying started, right? but still third place. I truly think you are going to be in, but I don't want to. I wouldn't put money on it, right? Because it is that close. So I hope you are, Edson, because you have been nothing but exciting to watch this season, all season long, brother. Who we got to thank for the A7, buddy?
Appreciate it, man. Well, I'm pretty confident Dalton and Taylor made it in. Taylor, man, he freaking lucked out with that stage 2 thing. That's I think gonna be the thing that bites me in the butt. But congratulations to both those guys. You know, they've been great this year in the playoffs. Has been fantastic to them so far. I've made too many mistakes and they've just been a little bit better. And then Cody, of course, he's been, the guy we've all been trying to knock off. Felt like he stole one from me today. So hopefully I'll have the opportunity to steal one back from him next week.
Right on, brother. Well, championship race, if you are in the championship 4, and I think you are, Austin, congratulations here tonight, buddy. P3.
Thanks, buddy. I hope.
Austin Edstrom, driver of the number 87 MFRD machine. Chris, I'm going to wrap it up here, buddy. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. We got one more to do, brother. I'll see you on After the Flag.
You got it, bud. And we are going to keep on rolling here with the driver of the number 41, Dolan Kilroe, getting it done. Second spot here tonight, Dolan. What a run for you, buddy.
Yeah, it was the point where if there was ever a time for there to be that kind of run, that's when we needed it. So I will gladly take second. Got some good stage points, was just running good all night. And looks like, oh boy, okay, I got the points updated.
Go ahead. I don't want to know yet.
It is close. I'm not saying a word, but
yep.
it is tight.
All right, buddy. Who do you got on the 41 that you got to thank?
Obviously, you got to thank MFRD and the whole squad, TBB, Austin. We all knew what was at stake coming in tonight, and we raced each other hard, but still with respect. I mean, I wasn't around Taylor that much tonight, but no, whenever Austin and I were close, we were still racing hard, but never taking each other out of it. Got to thank you, obviously, for doing the broadcast for us, and Priority Auto. Got to thank both Blackhawk Motorsports and Five Kings Motorsports, as well as Ohio and Indiana Roofing. Got to thank Buck Kicker. Got to thank everybody out in chat. Hopefully, the first part of the race was enjoyable, because I know the last part, at least for us on track, wasn't really that fun, just because people were wrecking for last. And just everybody else on the admin team for making this league what it is.
All right, Dolan, get those points ready to go, because we're going to them after the flag.
Oh, they're already ready.
All right, buddy. Congratulations. We'll put you down and talk to your teammates. Thank you.
Thank you.
Driver the number 41, get it done here in second spot, and that's going to leave us with just one more driver to talk to. It's the driver of the number 51. It's Cody Heinzman. Cody, this is number 10 on the season for you, and this one, I got to believe, is kind of a big one.
Yeah, Chris, earlier on in the race, if you would have told me that I was going to come back to win it, I wouldn't have believed you for even a second. I was even telling the team by the end of stage 2, I was like, I don't know, guys, I'm just slow today. Everyone else around me seemed to have it figured out a little bit better than I did, and I think a part of it is just the bigger tracks are something that I've never been as good at as I am with some of the other tracks. I love Pocono, right? But I don't know. Something felt like it was lacking speed-wise, and that string of late race yellows kind of helped me out with, keeping the amount of time everyone behind me had to try and make a run as low as it could be, so I could just kind of do my restart thing and hold on and make it happen. And on that last restart, having Chad in third was really cool. We could do a little teamwork right there, and glad he got a top 5 out of it. I know he killed the wall a couple of times with a couple laps to go, so he was doing everything he could. That was cool to see. But yeah, glad to get the win. 10 is crazy in a season, and yeah, I mean, we're gonna see how the points shook out. But towards the end, I was thinking with how poorly my stages went that I was probably sitting below until all the chaos ensued, which might have helped. So I guess we'll see.
Well, we're certainly going to find out here in just about 5 minutes as we get ready to shut this one down. Cody, who do you got to thank on that 51 machine?
Well, first and foremost, shout out to you, Chris, and Tanner for always putting on great broadcasts. It's always a blast to go back and listen to you guys call it. And shout out to all the TNA guys. Always fun to race with everyone over there. Shout out to my wife and grandparents always watching. And to whoever makes the Final Four, whether I'm in it or not. And, if I am, whoever the other 3 are, best of luck in 2 weeks going into it. We'll see how it goes. I don't like the format of it, but at the end of the day, we'll hopefully have some fun with it and have a good race.
All right, Cody, that is our race driving winner, the number 51, Cody Heinzman, getting it done here at Pocono. Make sure you guys stick around. In about 5 minutes, we go after the flag. We're going to find out who our top 4 are in the points, who's going to battle it out right here on True Sim Productions in just 2 weeks from tonight. We'll see you over there.